everyone, welcome back. It's Renee and welcome back to my channel called Lovely Lavender Wishes. And today we are going to be continuing on in our Bible journaling to Romans. And today we're focusing on Romans 8. And with this one, I did prep my page. It's a little wet. I'm letting it dry with a little bit of gesso because I'm going to be stamping and doing a few other things. But the verses I'm focusing on in chapter 8 is actually verses 18 through 39, really. And the title of this, it says, From Groans to Glory. And I mean, you've probably all heard these verses before. It says, in verse 18, it says, For I consider that the sufferings of this present time are not worth comparing with the glory that is going to be revealed to us. So, you know, any kind of suffering that we do on this earth right now is just temporary, because one day we are going to have these glorified bodies and we will be with Jesus in heaven. Oh my gosh, y'all, I am so excited for that. It says, For the creation eagerly awaits with anticipation for God's sons to be revealed. And not only creation, well, I am part of creation, but I was going to say, I eagerly await for that too, because, oh my gosh, I'm just counting down the days, y'all. I'm like, when are you coming back, Jesus? So this is all talking about, you know, how our spirit groans within us. Creation is groaning with labor pains because the world we live in now is full of sin. If you've been in the Bible, you know, way back in Genesis, Adam and Eve had free choice and they decided to go against God and sin. And because of that, we are all born with this sin within us. So the whole earth, everything's groaning. That's why there's so many bad things that happen on this earth. That's why natural disasters happen. That's why, you know, accidents happen and just things happen. Sad things happen in this world, and because of sin and evil. And because of that, we know as God's children that this is not our true home. Our true home is in heaven with God. And when that happens, our glory will be restored to us. You know, how we're supposed to be, you know, will be restored to us. Everything's going to be restored, renewed, strengthened, just all of it, like transformed. It's going to be so great. I'm so excited. So that's why they, you know, this title, I guess they titled it in this Bible, From Groans to Glory. And also, I know you've heard this verse too. If God is for us, who is against us? This is verse 31 and 32. It says, He did not even spare His own Son, but offered Him up for us all. And how will He not also with Him grant us everything? And so, you know, we always say, well, if God is for us, who could be against us? And we know we have God on our side. But again, that does not mean that we're not going to go through this life with no troubles, because God, or Jesus even said while He was on earth, you know, while you're here, you're going to have problems. You're going to have sufferings. You're going to have troubles. But He said, you know, take heart because I have overcome the world. And that's what we can take heart in. But so this whole page is going to be about our glory renewed, or our royalty renewed. Because if you are a child of God, if you became a believer in Jesus, you become an heir with Him, meaning like He then adopts you into His family. And in the Roman times, or, you know, back in the day, when you were adopted into a family, and even nowadays, when you're adopted into a family, it means you get all the benefits of like a firstborn son, essentially. You get all the benefits of their natural born child. So when we accept Jesus as our Savior, we are an heir with Jesus, which means everything Jesus has is ours, y'all. That means we have all that. Even though it doesn't look like it, doesn't feel like it sometimes, we are heirs with Jesus, which means like the world is our oyster. You know, like it's unlimited. And one day that will be realized. So that's kind of the page I'm doing. So we're going to be focusing on a lot of golds. So I got my gold embossing powder, my gold glitter, glitz ink. We're going to do gold foil. We got my gold gel pen. We got gold watercolor. I just like grabbed all the gold I had, y'all. So the first thing I'm going to do, let's get the messy part done first. I also have this little printable. She's so cute with a little crown. This is his palette. And I forgot the title of it. probably princess maybe, or crown or something, but it's his palette printable, and I just literally printed just a small one on copy paper because she's gonna go on like this little doily. So I have this little doily, so let's put her to the side because we don't need her right now. And then I have this, which kind of look like a crown to me, but actually what they are, they're cupcake wrappers. And I was gonna put this like at the top like this, but then I kind of closed it up, and if you close it, it hooks like this. And they're really for cupcakes, but when I squashed it down, it kind of looked like a crown. So hey, use what you have, y'all. I had these cupcake wrappers, and they were literally with a piece of hair. My hair is all over the place, sitting in it. Yeah, I had these cupcake wrappers, and I'm like, I'm not gonna use these, and they're so old. So like, I'm gonna use these for arts and crafts. So that's what we're doing. So what I'm going to do right now is I want to emboss these with gold. So I'm gonna put it on the paper right here. I'm gonna get my Versamark. Let's move all this. And I am going to Versamark just patches of this. And we are going to see what attaches itself to it. And I'm going to do the same thing with this gold crown. Well, this crown that's going to be gold, hopefully. So right now I'm just going to apply Versamark on here, and we'll see what the gold attaches to. And if I have to add more, we can add more. I'm actually going to close this so nothing gets in that, just in case, because I make a mess when I'm doing this. Look at that. I pretty much covered that pretty well. Okay, so we'll heat that part up. And then what I'm gonna do is stick that in here and see what I've got. Let me move this here. Let me move that there. And let's see what is going to stick to this. Well, let's try not to make a mess, Renee. Come on. Try to kind of keep it as not so messy. I don't want those harsh lines right there. Okay, that should be good. Okay, so let me put that there very gently, and let's do this. Every time I use embossing powder, I get powder everywhere. Let's take that into my garbage. And then I'm gonna close this up. Okay, so let's grab, I'm gonna grab, what am I gonna grab? If I could find it, my tweezers. My drawer over here, come on. Okay, grab these. Actually, do I have like little tweezers? I thought I had little tweezers. Yes. I've got so many miscellaneous tools, y'all. Okay, so I'm gonna grab these little tweezers, and I'm gonna hold it from here, I guess. And I'm gonna dry this. We'll heat this up and see what kind of gold we can get going. Okay, there it goes. It's starting to go now. Just trying to make sure I got it all. There's some spots that I didn't get. There we go. I think there's a couple spots. A lot of gold on here. Okay. I think I got it all. Let me... Yep, can y'all see that? So it is embossed, and let me grab this one. Let's emboss this one. This should go faster since it's heated up already. But the heat's flopping around. Come on. Maybe I should just hold it. Okay, I think we got it. Okay, so here's the gold heart. Just got gold in just certain areas, you know, just some patches. And then here's our gold crown. Okay, now let me brush all this off. Brush all this off. I'll just brush it onto my floor and we'll clean it up later. Okay, let's put this away. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna do is, let's see, this is gonna go right about here is what I'm guessing. This might go right about there. Where'd my girl go? She might go like right about here. So I'm thinking I'm gonna do some gold watercolor on the page. So let's get this going. Can y'all see? These are my pearlescent watercolors, or maybe not. These are my metallic watercolors, I think. I have a different set that's pearlescent, and then these are metallic. So I'm gonna just do some patches, some swirls, some patches, just different areas. And when this dries, it gets all, let's get some water. Just shiny, it's got that gold, you know, sparkle look to it. Okay, let's see, let's do one here, and then I'm gonna do some splatters. I want them kind of going up this direction. I don't know why, but kind of like our glory is coming from above. Like it's, we're gonna be brought up to glory. And we're growing in glory every day. Words in Romans that are, I'll put some on here, some splatters on here too. You know, we love splatters. And I might put some more, I might put some on her too. Let's just put some on her since I have it open. She's got a couple. put some. We'll just put some gold on her. She needs some gold. She's just too plain. And we'll bling up her crown as well. But anyways, words that you'll find in Romans a lot are sanctification, justification, consecration, you know, like all these big words. But really all it means is, you know, we're justified by Christ. We're made right, which means, you know, justification is we're made right because Christ died on the cross for us. So our sins are made right. And, you know, we're sanctified. We're being sanctified every day, which means we're growing in holiness. We're growing to be like Christ every day. So justified, glorified, you'll find that word in Romans a lot. We're being glorified, which again is, you know, like we're growing to be that. I don't know, I can't explain it very well. I am not the best in explaining it, but if you look up the words, but you'll find those words a lot in Romans and throughout the Bible. And so a lot of people get confused, like, well, what does that mean? But if you know, you can look up what they mean, but just justified means, you know, Jesus made us right with God. And then we're being sanctified, which means, you know, like kind of like we're being made holy. And then we're glorified. One day we will be glorified. We'll, you know, be reigning with him, essentially. Okay, let me think. Okay, we got to dry this. So let's dry that. And then we're going to do some stamping. So got to get this dry. Kind of hoping it would dry while I was talking, but there's a couple big puddles. So let's get this dry. And I like how the pigment settles in these little pockets. And so you get these little patches of really bright colors and then lighter pigment. That makes sense. You can kind of see them settling in these pockets in here. Paper towel. There's this one little okay. So I have this stamp, a couple stamps. I've got this really big, I don't know if y'all can see that. It's a big butterfly stamp, which I just really think is really pretty. So let me move all this. I have this other stamp too, but we're gonna try it on this piece of paper. So I'm gonna take my Golden Glitz ink, and this has got a shimmery shine to it as well. I don't know how it's going to show up. It might just be really, really light, but let's see what we can get on here. I was trying to smear it on, but it doesn't look like that's working too well, so I need to dab it on. Okay, let's test it out first. See what's going to happen here. Might be too faded, but oh no. Oh, that's going to be pretty. You know, it's like a faded, but it's got the shimmer and shine, so that's gonna look really pretty. Okay, that's kind of the look I want. I just want some background. Okay, so grab any stamps you have, anything that you like. I just, you know, like the butterflies. Again, I have a lot of butterfly stamps, y'all. And this one was just like a big stamp that I thought it was kind of going upwards. So again, kind of with that reminding of that we're growing every day, and the more we learn about Jesus and the closer we get to him and all that, you know, we're just growing. We're growing as Christians, growing as people. And And I like that upward growth kind of. So that's kind of what this is symbolizing to me. And that one day, our glory, we're going to go upwards. So I'm going to put this right here. Come on, baby. Stick real good. Not so much. It didn't turn out as well as I thought. I've got a couple little faded pieces, but darn it. I'm gonna try to do this top part again because I don't see any of that. So I'm gonna try to do a little bit more of that. My book keeps going down more. Let's see. That was right there. Let me see if I lift this part and press. If that'll give me a little bit better impression. There we go. A little bit better. A little bit better. Can y'all see that? You can see like a little piece of it. See a couple of the butterflies. Well, that's what I'm getting, so I'm gonna leave that. It looked better on the piece of white right here. It came out a little bit clearer there, but that's okay. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna take this off, and where's my paper towel? I'm gonna rub this, clean this real quick, and then I also have this other little stamp. It's kind of like a script stamp. And I wanted to add this in a few areas as well. Again, just for background. We'll see how well it shows up. It might just be really, really light background, but let's see. Let me try it on here first. Yeah, see, look, it's working good there, but we'll see how it works on my Bible. It always works good on the practice one. Again, I want it just random, so I don't want it all in one spot. Let me see. Where would we want it? Maybe some of it coming out here. Oh, that's really light. Oh my goodness, it's not showing up very well. We're gonna put one up here. There we go. There we go. Oh, when it hits the light, you can see it. That's for sure. Okay, and then I'm going to do another one. Let me think. If this is going to be here, she's going to be here. Maybe one on her and here. So let's... Hang on, I don't want that edge. Where did my paper towel go, y'all? Here we go. I'm standing up and trying to do this all at the same time on here. Probably all wondering, like, what is she doing? I don't know what I'm doing, y'all. I don't know. This is my creative process. It's always a hodgepodge of whatever. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. I actually don't want this to be, I want it to be like this. When you do it with your hand and not the, see, I like that. You get the ragged edges and you don't get like the whole, flat surface. So when you do it with your hand only and not with like a base on it, you're getting like more of a rustic look, I guess would be the word. Okay, we're gonna just stick some there and stick some there. Okay, that should be good. again, you probably can't see it, but once it hits the light, you'll be able to see it. Okay, let me move that over there. Okay. So let's see. Oh yeah, see when I turn it, I don't know, let me see if y'all, can y'all see that on camera? I don't know if you can see it. When the light hits it from a certain way, you can see all the different things. Okay, I just want it to be subtle because there's gonna be a lot of gold on this page. Okay, so now I also want to take some of my, this is my heat activated foil or reactive foil. You don't have to have heat. If you had a heating tool, that would be great, but you can also use glue. Let me move this out of the way. And then let me make sure I'm all in camera for y'all. And I've got room here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just do some like scattered glue up the edges, kind of to make a frame. Okay, and then I'm gonna take my foil, I'm gonna stick it along and take my burnisher, a card or whatever you got, and this is gonna give you that frayed edge. We've done this before plenty of times, y'all, so you all know, you should know how this works, but if you don't, I will show you. So you're gonna pull it up, and there's your gold edge. I think it's so cool, I love it. And so we're gonna have a whole bunch of different golds on this page, like different styles of gold. You have some bright ones, you know, shiny ones like this. You'll have gel pens, you'll have the embossed gold. So you always wanna stick it shiny side up, like one side's like a grayer side, a dull side, and then one side is the foil side, and you wanna stick it, you want to use it with the foil side up. And just burnish, 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 and you'll get frayed edges along the way. So this is going to be kind of my frame around the page. Let's see, use this. I love using this foil. I use it a lot. Those of you who have been following me for a while, you know I use this quite a bit. But hey, I have it, might as well use it. I just love the look of it. And if you have a heating tool, you can do that. If you have double stick tape, you can do double stick tape around the edge and then burnish this on. That way if you use tape or the double stick tape, you will have a clearer edge. Like I wanted like this rough edge, but if you use like a double stick tape, and then put it on, you would have like a actual real crisp edge. So if you want that look, you can do that instead of what I'm doing here with the glue stick. There we go, look at that. So there's my cool rustic frame around the page. And we might add a couple more little splatters in places. Okay, so let's start assembling our page now. Okay, so we did the ink, did the embossing. Here's our crown. Should we put her there? There's our stamp, and she's got a little bit on her. Okay, so now you just glue. Now it's just the assembly. Let me move this. Doilies are I have a hard time getting doilies glued on because there's all these little, I get glue everywhere. There's all these little openings. So. And probably the best way would be to push it down with a paper towel so you don't stick for the back of your hand because there's glue everywhere. And let's stick her on. Now I'm sticking to everything. My fingers are all sticky. kind of want her off to the side. I don't like everything all matchy-matchy and even and all that. Okay, now with this crown, I'm just gonna glue the back side to it. So it'll kind of be 3D, but when I close my book, it'll be flat. So let me make sure I get enough glue on here to seal it to the page. Let's put the crown right here, from glory to glory. So I don't mind if parts of it are sticking out of my Bible. Oops, sorry, I'm sticking my head in the camera. Okay, so let me make sure this part is glued down really well. And once I close my book, this will get glued in there really well. It'll get held down pretty well. That does look like a crown, y'all. You could even put jewels up here if you want. If you have little, I might go back and do that a little bit later. If I have some little jewels. And that one didn't get all the gold on it, but that's okay. That's just shadow and stuff hanging on it. Okay, so I have my gold pen, my gold gel pen. I love these. I would play with these all the time and color with these. So I'm just gonna go into her crown. And again, this is giving me another type of gold, and it will also shimmer and shine because it's a glitter pen. So when it hits the light, it will shimmer and shine. Now let's just do this part. Now the thing with gel pens, if you're going to use these, you have to let them dry. Be careful that you don't put your hand in it because it will smear. And now that I'm saying that, I want to put my title right here. So most likely I'm going to put my hand right there. So I'm going to try to let that dry a tad. While it's drying, let me grab my pencil. And I am going to write Royalty Restored right here. Royalty. Try not to put my hands in that. Royalty Restored. Now I'm going to go over it with this gold pen. And just remember, one day, we will have our royalty restored, and we are full heirs with Jesus now. Even though we're not living in the new glorified bodies that we're supposed to have, we are heirs with him. If you are a child of Christ, you are a joint heir with him, which means everything he has, you have. Everything God gives him, God gives you. Isn't that incredible, y'all? So he adopted us into his family. Like, we are grafted in. You hear that word a lot in the Bible as well. You're grafted into the family of God. It's kind of like you're adopted as one of his own. You are a child of God. You are an heir of God. Oh, I love that. So we're focusing on, from groans to glory, we're focusing on Romans chapter 8, verses 18 through the end, all the way to chapter 9, essentially. So the believers triumph. One day we will triumph. It says, you've heard this verse too. No, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him who loved us. For I am persuaded that neither death nor life, nor angels, nor rulers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor powers, nor heights, nor depths, nor any other created thing will be able to separate us from the love of God that is in Christ Jesus our Lord. So I just love that. Like, we can't be separated from him. Once you are a child of God, you can't be separated from him. And this is your future. Your royalty will be restored. One day you will be living with glorified bodies. And we will go from groaning and sinful states of living on this earth to a glorified state. Oh my gosh, y'all. It gets me so excited. So I'm so excited for that. But thank you all for joining me. So let me bring this up. So here is our page. Just a whole bunch of gold. Just grab anything you have that's gold. And bring it up close. I don't know if you can see. I'm going to try. Can you see that in the light? The splatters and the little stamps. I mean, when you're close up, you can kind of see the stamps. They're just more like background. I've got the butterflies kind of going up. You can barely see them. They're like kind of going up. But, you know, it's just more for background. And then I have the stamps here. It's just, again, for that layered look. But there you go. So thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that and hope the message was positive and it's something that we can look forward to. So thanks again, and I will see y'all in the next video. Have a very blessed day. Bye.